cocoa plant is an evergreen tree that produces pods. The pods contain beans which are fermented and dried to produce chocolate. The crop thrives under shade areas with annual rainfall between 1,500 millimeters to 2,000 millimeters per year. In Uganda, cocoa is most grown in the central western, southeastern and southwestern regions in the districts of Mukono, Buikwe, Bundibugyo, Masindi, Hoima and some parts of Busoga. It's estimated that cocoa covers close to 20,000 hectares of farmland in Uganda from about 15,000 smallholder farmers in the above-mentioned regions. Baguma Methodius is the General Manager, Semuli Cooperative Union and the Chairperson, Cocoa Industry Development Organization in Uganda.
Semuli Cooperative Union is a cocoa farm organization which was established in some 14 years ago as an umbrella for cocoa producer cooperatives in Bundibugyo. As a cooperative, our major role is farmer mobilization, farmer capacity building. At the same time, we also do collective marketing of our member cocoa. We do bulking. We organize our farmers into collective marketing activities in order for us to access an international market. Because initially our challenge was access to market, and that was the reason why farmers in Bundibugyo were organized into collective marketing groups. Then eventually we grew and they progressively formed cooperative societies at the community level. And then later, the societies formed Semuli Cooperative Union because we wanted to get into the international market, and where we are already in the market at the global level. So we also do advocacy for friendly policies on cocoa. The main producer is Bundibugyo. We have Buikwe, we have Mukono, we have Mayuge, Jinja, we have Chikube, we have Hoima, we have Kibale. So, in Uganda, we have so many of these areas that can support cocoa growing in terms of soil conditions. There are so many areas, but we rely on the research to provide proof that these areas are potential for cocoa growing.
The first harvest of cocoa is realized when the tree is about 2.5 years to 3 years after planting. Bundibugyo district in western Uganda is the leading cocoa producer in Uganda. The area produces more than 70% of the cocoa the country exports. Baguma Ruchulela is a cocoa farmer in Bumadu village, Bumadu parish in Bundibugyo district. He owns about 6 acres of cocoa and he has practiced cocoa farming for close to 30 years.
You need to begin with a nursery bed. You have to plant the beans in the soil. After that, then you start watering it. Watering for almost 1 month. Then the beans start germinating. After germinating, you get the what? The pulp and pepper. You start potting it into those small pot peppers. Then you put it to another site garden, and then you start watering it. After 1 or 3 months, after the stage of planting, planting it to mother garden, then you first clear the mother garden. After clearing, then you start planting those seedlings to those mother garden. I think there's almost a 5-meter part to another tree. After putting in the mother garden, then you started digging around it. Putting it, bringing soil close to it so that it can grow well. Then you have to keep on putting some crops so that it supports the other crops to grow very well. So after reaching that stage, then the cocoa starts germinating. You see the flowers coming, then you keep on slashing slowly. You don't put holes. After 2 years, you see the leaves coming, then you start putting slashers, not the hole. Because when it start germinating, you can't put the hole because you may cut the roots. Then you keep on putting what? Slashers, and those manures, then it covers the what? The roots to enable the what? The tree to absorb water from down. Even the pod itself acts at, when you split it into two. These pods, it is a manure. When the harvest is over, then you go to, when you go to begin pruning, remove some unwanted plants. After pruning, then you see the flowers starts coming. When it is really rain and sunshine, because the balances, start splitting it. You split it like this. Split it and get it. Then you just remove it like this. When it is still like this, you can see some small insects which comes. Then you have to remove them. Then two, the transportation of this cocoa from garden to the homes is very, very complicated. The vehicle will not reach there. It is only used people to carry and put it there. Then for us, we don't spray our cocoa. We don't spray. Ours, it is organic. We don't spray. Even if there is what, we don't. You can even eat and enjoy. Another challenge is, so when you, like me, I'm old. You have seen the workers working, paying those people. Nowadays, it is very expensive because some of the boys are involved in cocoa. You can't hire someone and say, no, you give me a lot of money. So it becomes very expensive for us to maintain. Otherwise, those are the challenges that are faced. From there, when you take that cocoa, then you have to keep it. You put it in a sack for 2 days. For the other fluids to go. After 3 days, then you put it on sunshine. On a very good type line. Then when you put it there, then you start drying for almost 5 days or to 6. We have really got a lot of things. We have educated our children. We started planting this cocoa because they gave us a message that, please, you plant. There is a lot of money that you are going to achieve. And indeed, at this level, the cocoa has risen up. People are getting a lot of money. And they are getting a lot of things in cocoa. And that's why people are resisting. And that's why we are here. Now I'm having 57 years. I'm a teacher by profession. I've educated my children from cocoa. All have degrees. I've constructed my small house. It's there. I'm putting another project from cocoa. Now, I'm remaining 2 years to go. I'm preparing my retirement.
Cocoa contributes to environmental conservation, it being a forest plant. Mugisa Mujungu Musa, a cocoa farmer from Kabutabule village in Bumandi sub-county, Bundibugyo district, highlights its roles to nature.
Rainfall is created by two forests. First, we have the natural forest. Then we have another artificial forest. The other one is the natural forest. This artificial forest, if you count down all the stems in the Bundibugyo, the cocoa shrubs and stems, they form an artificial forest. Also, the leaves, they have a very big role they play on the creation of rain. When the water evaporates from the cocoa forest, they move up. Those omnibus clouds, they are collected together, then they start moving towards the mountain, towards the mountain on our side. So these cocoa plantations contribute a lot to annual rainfall, which we appreciate as a gift from God. We tap the water, we save the water using fascia pods and gutters to trap the water to fill those who are able to buy big tanks, black tanks from Crest Farm, we save a lot of water. So I think growing more cocoa is a better way of encouraging people, also letting people get more water in the district. If you are having a compound, you have some few trees within your compound, they create a good shade. You can organize and put some stools around. You mow the grass. You can create a good compound because they are able to give you enough shade within your compound. breeze, soft breeze, that is air. Okay, they create a good environment in your compound.
The environment role played by cocoa is also confirmed by the district forest officer, Bundibugyo, Fighter Lawrence.
The other values, the first one is that we continue to get rain. We believe that that microclimate provided by the forests makes us very unique in the region, that for us we don't have prolonged dry spells. We always have rain, and most of the areas are cool. The beauty, the scenery, when you look at the scenery, when you are up and you are able to see Bundibugyo, you only see green. There are a few patches where you see gray or yellow parts, but you see green. So the district is beautiful because of those forests.
Macha's cocoa is of great importance to human beings and the surrounding. Cocoa farmers believe there is a lot that needs to be done to help farmers come up with high-yielding varieties. Baguma Methodius is the General Manager, Semuli Cooperative Union, and the Chairperson, Cocoa Industry Development Organization in Uganda.
Cocoa has been recognized as one of the major commodities in Uganda, and therefore we need this recognition should go beyond just discussion, should be put into practice. We can begin with the national cocoa policy, which provides a framework of how Ugandans can start thinking about cocoa. For example, under CocoDev is the coffee and the cocoa development project, where they are now advertising for people to apply, want to go into commercialization of cocoa in Uganda. The government want to give them grants. This is good, but this is a starting point. But in terms of policy framework, we need cocoa to be well pronounced, cocoa to be discussed. There are other potential districts that have not been, whose potential have not been discovered, because we have not carried out the soil tests to prove that the suitability of this district to grow cocoa. For example, we can give an example of Kamwenge. The other time I was in Guru, some places in Guru can grow cocoa. When you go to West Nile, some areas in West Nile are growing cocoa. But these are just farmer innovations. Farmers by themselves, they say, let us try it out. Otherwise, there could be more districts in Uganda that are potential for cocoa growing. But the research section has to do much research to find out the suitability of some of these districts to grow cocoa in Uganda. And therefore, we join the rest of the country, people who are growing cocoa in Uganda, to see how we can advocate together that we have friendly policies that positively affect the sector, the cocoa sector in Uganda, such that issues to do with the cocoa are handled independently.